I live in Karachi in the Nazmabad area, and I belong to a Punjabi family. This story is entirely mine and deeply personal, rooted in painful experiences and incidents of black magic that changed my life forever. I was born in October 2001, and I lost my mother when I was only 1 year old. Since then, I was raised with great love and care by my grandparents' dad. I then told my father to approach her family once again to ask for her hand in marriage. He agreed and went to talk, and her father visited our home. But he firmly said that they only marry within the family. She, however, stood up to her family and pushed strongly for our marriage. Eventually, after her insistence, her father agreed, and our engagement was fixed. But just a month after that, her father passed away. The story begins with a woman from Karachi who is now my stepmother, the same woman because of whom my father left my real mother. She has always been extremely jealous of me, and her actions have deeply affected my life. She changed the layout and energy of our entire house, and slowly, my once close-knit joint family scattered and separated from each other. As I said, I was raised by my grandparents, and everything was fine until after matriculation, when I fell deeply in love with a girl who happened to be the daughter of my stepmother's sister. She also loved me back with the same intensity. Our connection became stronger with time. We couldn't live without each other. Eventually, we decided that it was time to tell our families about our relationship, hoping to get married with everyone's blessings. But neither her family supported us, nor did mine. Her parents said she was still too young, and I had no stable career or job at the time. So thinking about marriage was pointless. I didn't give up. I worked extremely hard day and night, and by 2020, by the grace of Allah, I had everything I had once dreamed of: a stable business, money, a house, and good health. I then told my father to approach her family once again to ask for her hand in marriage. He agreed and went to talk, and her father visited our home, but he firmly said that they only marry within the family. She, however, stood up to her family and pushed strongly for our marriage. Eventually, after her insistence, her father agreed, and our engagement was fixed. But just a month after that, her father passed away. When the mourning period ended, her mother came to our house and said that now the marriage should be arranged quickly. Finally, in October 2021, my wedding was scheduled. Everything was going fine until in August, I suffered a major heart attack. All arrangements had been made for the wedding. Even the hall was booked, but on the 29th of August, 2021, I collapsed with a heart attack that brought me to the edge of death. Despite my critical condition, my fiancé stood by me and insisted on getting married. With both families' consent, we had our nikah in September 2021. After that, however, I began experiencing very strange things. I constantly felt the presence of someone unseen. The room where I slept had a window with mosquito nets, and every night it felt like something or someone was pressed up against it, staring directly at me. My health declined further. I couldn't eat, walk, or even see properly. One night, a close friend came to visit. His father, a spiritual and religiously knowledgeable person, had asked for me. Since I had moved in with my father and grandmother after my heart attack, as I was not allowed to climb stairs to my grandparents' apartment, my grandmother encouraged me to go. I went to the mosque and met his father. He told me, "Son, you're physically okay, but someone has done a powerful black magic spell on you. It is meant to destroy your life, stop your marriage, or even kill you." He gave me a Taweez amulet, told me to use it properly, to drink water blessed through it, to bathe with it, and to burn it as part of the ritual. When I returned home and shared everything, my stepmother made fun of the entire thing and forcibly took all the Taweez from me and threw them away. I remembered what Uncle had said, that if I didn't use those amulets, I would either die, not be able to marry, or face a huge loss. But it was too late. Just a few days later, on October 16th, 2021, my wife came to live with me because my birthday was the next day. She had come with plans to celebrate it fully. She decorated everything and even got herself ready. But suddenly, she was hit by a high and severe fever. Despite being sick, she insisted we spend time together and celebrate, just the two of us. Around 2 a.m., I had my head resting on her shoulder as we talked lovingly. But then, without warning, she got very angry and pushed me away. Her demeanor turned strange and disturbing. By morning, I took her to a doctor who diagnosed it as a fever and gave medication. She improved and went back to her home with her brother. 2 days later, I received a phone call from her brother late at night. He was panicking and asked me to come over immediately. I rushed to their home, and what I saw broke me. My wife was screaming and crying uncontrollably, and no one could calm her down. I tried to approach her, but she looked at me and said, "Friend, forgive me, it's too late. I've broken your trust. Stay away from me." Her words shattered me, and we rushed her to a hospital where she was given a drip and gradually returned to a calmer state. However, from the next day, she no longer recognized anyone. Not her mother, not me, not a single person. We took her for all kinds of treatment, mental, physical, and spiritual. Over the next few months, by March 2022, she became mentally stable again, although her body had become very weak. By May, she was improving, and on the 25th, she returned to me. Despite everything, I was incredibly happy to have her back. I loved her deeply and had forgotten all the pain. I tried to start a new life once again with her by my side, but things didn't remain peaceful for long. She became angry again, quick to argue, and constantly confused. Small things would trigger major fights. Sometimes, in her rage, she would even demand a divorce. I was heartbroken and didn't know what to do. Then one day, without informing me, she called her sister and went to stay at her house. The next day, her mother came to my father and asked for a divorce, saying her daughter was extremely disturbed. My father tried to convince them that we would handle it as a family, give her some space, and talk things through calmly. But once again, her condition worsened. She couldn't recognize anyone. My father brought her and her mother back to our house and sent me to stay with my grandparents for a few days. Soon after, I learned that her condition was so severe that she had been hospitalized. I rushed to the hospital and tried to speak to her, but she wasn't conscious or aware. Then, one morning around 3 a.m., my uncle woke me up and I saw all my family members gathered around. My uncle asked me something that shook me. "Was your wife very sick?" It was a Friday. I asked him why he was saying this, and after some hesitation, he finally told me that my wife had passed away that morning at 7:30 a.m. That moment, hearing of her death, felt like the earth had disappeared beneath my feet. She was the only one I had ever truly loved, and I knew in my heart that she had loved me too. After that, my health started failing drastically. I was dying slowly, emotionally and physically. My grandfather then called a spiritual healer from Punjab, someone with great knowledge. He came and confirmed that both I and my wife had been targeted with black magic. He said clearly, "Your wife has been killed, and now it's your turn." He performed powerful rituals and broke the black magic. They unearthed cursed items, amulets, and even dolls from a graveyard, and cleansed everything with the help of my uncle. Even now, I cannot name the person who did all this, but that one person ruined my entire life. Today, I am alive, I am breathing, but my heart wishes for death every moment. This is one of the most painful stories of my life, and I felt it was time to share it with all of you. Every word of it is true. It happened to me. Please, I request everyone who reads or hears this story to pray for me and my late wife. And I plead with those who are involved in such practices of black magic or manipulation. Please stop. For God's sake, stop doing things that destroy someone else's home, love, and future. This life and the afterlife are both ruined when you harm others for your own motives.